Right, this is number 9. As soon as I realized I can do stuff with this pink foam, I went silly with it. I got kind of like addicted to doing it then, you know. I'm like, wow, what can I do now? So I made it an easy base, round base. Hot glued these little rocks down, and I decided I want to try to do lava, because if this worked out pretty well, I had in my mind what to do, what I really wanted to do, but I didn't want to spend the money on the figures and the time for it to fail. So I did a smaller version of something I want to do that's bigger for my next project, just to see what would happen. Either way, I wanted to do this figure regardless of the base. It was just a good idea to use the base for this figure because I made myself my own orc. I really like orcs, man. So this is a Skeletor Revelations body with the DC Multiverse the demon head sculpt. So it's Skeletor and the demon head sculpt. That's all it was. I tried to go a little deeper with the shading. You can't really tell on camera, but I'll get a little closer here. Like his foot's a little darker down by the, where he would be walking past the lava, up through the top, and get brighter and brighter a little bit. And I just didn't want it black. I did come in and I kind of made it look worn look for his belt purposely, like, it's kind of messy. That was kind of on purpose. And then I used some burnt umber, I believe it was brown, for the leather. And same thing on his arms here and his chest piece as well. Let me see here. Let me get a little closer, if I can get a little closer. And his chest piece, the same thing. I wanted the kind of weatherly look. I mean, weathered and, old leather look. I know what you're going to say. Why do you got candy canes as bones? I don't know. I just didn't want to paint him white. I just didn't want to paint him red. I know it doesn't make sense. That's the first thing it reminded me when I got done. I was trying to make it a separate looking thing, but, I left it that way. That's how I did it, and I thought it looks kind of stupid, but that's where it that's where it ended up at, is candy cane bones, I guess. But anyway, outside of that, just masked everything off. Let me see if I can get a close shot here of his face again. Masked everything off. Here we go. Let me focus one day. Went back in, darkened up the eyeballs, darkened the red up. The only thing original on this head sculpt, and I went in there with some dark wash around the head and around, all around the eyes. I'm trying to get my fading and my wash in pretty good, nice and smooth. I left the horns just exactly the way they were. I didn't even mess with the horns. So outside of that, man, this is number 9, I believe. That's it. So this is my orc. The project, and this, I tell you right now, for some reason, when I took this thing apart, his harness, that was hard to get back on. I guess I shrunk it because I don't know, I put a couple layers and I sprayed it before. Obviously I sprayed it with a matte coat before I put on there a clear coat, and I guess it shrunk it up or it made it stiff. That was something else to get on there. I don't think it fit right in the first place. The Revelations line, not really happy with, but it worked for this project. It definitely worked for this project. So it turned out pretty cool, man. So that's it. There's my homemade orc. Thanks for watching.